with this class for today. And first, I want to hear you about what did you do the previous weekend? How are you? What about your business, your health, your love? John, can you hear me, John? Hello, Christian.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, hi. Jennifer,
Yes.
um, would you tell us whatever you want about your previous weekend?
Okay. Um, it was pretty good actually. I went to New York City to see the cherry blossom. Um, it wasn't too good, but because they didn't broom broom yet. The trees they didn't broom at all. Not all of them are like with the flowers and everything. Because I I don't know if you know about the cherry blossom in New York City. It's like well, there is in a different states, but in New York City, it's like something really a tourist thing to do in spring. So I went with my friends and also so to celebrate one of my friends' birthday and like a night float. Um, and it was pretty good. They had a lot of Latin music and everything, so it was so excited because usually here they don't have like Spanish music or reggaeton things like that. It's kind of different than in Colombia. Um, but I had so much fun, and yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Uh, did you, or whether you, do you enjoy Latin music or do you prefer Anglo music?
No, I love the Latin music. Yeah,
Reggaeton,
and that
perhaps?
what
Reggaeton? You like it?
I love it. Yeah,
Really?
even it's like a lot of people say like if you like too much reggaeton you don't have culture blah blah blah, but I don't really mind. That's what I like. And of course I like another kind of music and I know a lot of them, but like I feel like I like more that one, especially when I since I'm here in in USA. It's like more, I don't know why.
Okay, excellent. I heard that some days ago, um, Karol G had a concert in any place of the world. I don't know where.
Well, I think it was yesterday or a couple days
Yesterday?
ago, the Coachella one. She started. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I don't enjoy that kind of music, but the world is um or better.
Yeah, yeah,
The people has a lot of colors too.
yeah.
Prefer just one color. I love any kind
Uh,
of colors.
okay.
And
It's just like, I'm not saying I don't like the other kind of music. I just enjoy more like this. I feel like it's more like my style. For example, my boyfriend, he loves rock. And I'm like all the time when I hear that when I listen his songs, it's like whoa, whoa. I don't know, something like that. So it's kind of funny.
yes, some classes ago we were saying about our musical likes, and I have to say that I enjoyed two reggaeton songs. The first one is Dirty Love. That's an old song by I don't remember the name of the singer. Um, that is no Don Omar. Yes, Dirty
What is it?
Love, Dirty Love, and Natty
Sing it.
Nash. That was the first one, and the other was a song from a Colombian singer that it's called the song is called El Bus. Yes, the song is by Cid. I don't enjoy any other reggaetons, just that
Okay.
couple.
Okay.
Yes, John, are you here with us?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Any short or little history about your previous weekend?
Well, that weekend was a big fight with my partner about UNAT because, oh, fuck, they
Silence, please don't do that. Be
The
work.
careful.
único que puedes.
My class.
Oh, sorry.
What happened with your classmates?
They don't want to work, and that is it's out for me or tired. Uh, that does the same thing, everything in teams and and I don't know. That weekend was so chaotic, and but at the end we can work together and do the work.
Yes. Uh, you made me refresh my minds about my entire history in UNAT. That's um, the same story for all the students. For example, in
Yeah.
this moment, yes, today we have to deliver a task about a subject that is called or course that is called transformación social. And I sent my contributions 3 weeks ago, at least 3 weeks ago. Today is the deliver, and they are um, breaking my WhatsApp. Here is my contribution. Here is my contribution. Here is my part. But today is the day to send the task. Yes, so I am in silence. I did my own some a lot of days ago, but that's the same story for all of us.
Oh yeah, I got kind of the same issue with one of the social inclusion class. Oh my god, just with one more classmate and that's it. And one other texter like yesterday, like not last night. Like, oh, can I do my part? Blah blah blah. And the delivery day is today, so we put it this morning earlier.
Yes. Or
Let's say,
there are
oh,
another kind of students that when you share the file, yes, to the cloud, they just add their names, okay, mm, Pepito Perez, and they disappear. Just add the names, and that's mm,
oh,
tedious
hey.
too. Christian, I am really sure that you have an interesting story about these days.
Oh, I have nothing because, well, I'm I'm sad and mad because Barcelona lost the match today.
What match?
Well, the champion, well, the to get through this the
Okay.
semifinals
Okay, are you obviously
in
you
the
are a
champion
fan, but yes, but what team do you follow?
Barcelona.
Okay, I okay, soccer is another excellent topic to talk about. Okay, my dear students, today we are going to continue with conditionals, okay? The previous class, John wasn't here with us, but John, let me give you a context about the previous class, we were talking about perfect tenses, present perfect. And the reason for that class was because I realized that in this day we need to recognize that topic for third conditional. Okay, my dear students, so we are going to start with a short video. Yes, with the short video. It's a short video about third conditional, and you know that when I shared videos, I need to turn my camera on and my mic turn my camera off, I'm sorry, and my microphone off too, to enjoy this short video. Please pay attention to um, the video and its message. Here we go.
ESL Library. Third conditional. What is the conditional mood in English? We typically use the conditional mood for hypothetical situations. When we don't know if something will happen, we make a guess about the outcome. What is the third conditional? The third conditional is also known as the past conditional. We use the third conditional to express a past regret or imagine a different outcome. For example, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the test. This means that I failed the test, but I can imagine that if the condition of studying harder had happened, the outcome of passing the test would have happened too. In this sentence, I am expressing regret about failing the test. The most common third conditional pattern is if plus had plus past participle, would plus have plus past participle. Note that we use a comma after the if clause. For example, if it had been a nicer day, we would have gone to the beach. The if clause doesn't have to start the sentence. Another common pattern for the third conditional is would plus have plus past participle, if plus had plus past participle. Note that we don't use a comma before the if clause. For example, we would have gone to the beach if it had been a nicer day. Let's look at some more examples of third conditional sentences in English. If he had forgotten his umbrella, he would have gotten very wet. If we'd known you were in the hospital, we would have come to see you. If you hadn't eaten the whole pizza, you wouldn't have felt so sick. She would have bought a new car if she had gotten a raise. I would have called you back if my phone hadn't died. They wouldn't have bought a new house if they hadn't won the lottery. Look at the picture. Say or write a sentence using the third conditional. For example,
Okay, in this part, I pause the video to explain the third conditional first. And as I was saying to you, the previous class, we use a perfect tense to identify, or in order to identify perfect tenses and past participle verbs. And third conditional, it's essential, it's necessary and mandatory to recognize the past participle form of, where is my, where are you? Here, past participle form of verbs, okay? And here we got the structure to create the third conditional. As the video said, we use this conditional to talk about imaginary situations, things that never happened. Okay? But better. No, not here and yet. Not here yet. I prefer to show you where is it? I prefer to show you these slides, these other slides. Can you watch the slides?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, okay. Don't forget that when we talk about conditionals, it's the same topic called what if. What if, okay? In this case, so I was telling to you, it's a imaginary situations. As the slide said, imagining alternate past in English. And here we got a couple of ways to get a result. The blue, the blue arrow is the real situation, and the red arrow is the imaginary situation. Okay, the first one is a reality, and the other one is a hypothetical situation or result too. In reality, we got the last night was dry, so I went out. That's the real situation. But what if? What if another thing happened? So we use third conditional to talk about that other alternative ways. If it had rain, okay, this this situation had rained didn't happen. That's in my mind. So the result could be if it had rained last night, I would have stayed at home. But the previous night or last night was dry. Yes, it's an imaginary situation. What is the structure? Yes, or pattern to create a third conditional. We start with if, the if clause after that subject. Yes, the person, I'm sorry, who develops the action or will be describe anything, whatever. After that, we need the past participle, or better, the past of have, had in this case, had. And finally, the past participle of the verb, of the action. And the result, okay? The result is subject plus would have. In this part, we can use would, I'm sorry, could, would, could, and might. Okay, would, could, might, plus have, plus participle. Okay, this is the um, structure. We are going to write this structure ahead. As the order of the entire conditionals, we are able to start with the result, yes, and finish the statement with the clause. For example, if it had rained, yes, this is the condition, I would have stayed home, but we can start the statement on the other way. I would have stayed at home if it had rained. Yes. And don't forget that when you start with the result, isn't necessary to add or write the comma. Okay. It's easy. This is the same rule. Yes. To reverse the statements is the same. When you start with if, we need to add comma. When you start with the result, you don't need to add the comma. Okay. And here we got the other possibilities, the other modals. Yes, I say to you, the most common model to use in third conditional is would. Yes, would have. But we can use could when we need to talk about an ability or possibility, or might. Yes, if you talk about a chance. Could, would, might. And don't forget, this is a rule, okay? Pay attention with this rule. We never put would inside the if clause. So we um, must not start the sentence, the statement with would not. We start just with if, um, had, and past participle verb. And in the result, yes, we can write would or could or must, might. Okay, but in this part, let me share with you the other slides in which here is here. We got the entire structure. This is the entire structure. So you are going to help me to build an imaginary situation using this structure, okay? So I am going to start with something easy. Don't forget, we start with if here. The most common start with if. So I need a subject here. If John, yes, John. And here we continue with had, the past form of have, had, had. If John had, and here we are going to add a past participle verb. What if this verb connected, okay? If John had connected, and um, any complement you want. Last class. But in this part of the sentence, I have a question. Did John stay with us the previous class?
He didn't join.
No.
No. Yes, he didn't stay with us. So this is an imaginary situation. Yes, this is the negative. This didn't happen. So this is an imaginary situation. And here is the result. If John had connected last class, okay, with us, better, with us. And here is the result. What could be the result? Help me with the result using the structure subject. After that modal, we can use would, could, or might. Would, could, might. I am going to help you with he. What could be the rest of the result? If John had connected last class with us, or with us last class, brother, yes. What could be the result? He what?
He could.
He could, and it's necessary to add have, okay? Could
Okay.
have. He could have,
But is have or is has? No?
no, have, because we are using a model, and don't forget that this modal verb um, works with the base form of the next verb.
Okay.
Okay? Could have.
He could have. Mm,
John, help me too. What if you had connected with us the last class? I am
Forgot
going to
it.
tell me.
Forgot it.
Yes, but help me with this sentence. What could be the result? He could have. We need a past participle verb to follow this structure. I am going to help you. Okay? If John had connected with us last class, he could have re review, but this isn't a past participle verb. Reviewed the topic. Yes, and as I say to you, as I said to you, any complement according to the context. Let me check. If John had connected with us last class, he could have reviewed the topic. I am going to switch on to Spanish right now. Decíamos que el tercer condicional es para hablar de situaciones que son imaginarias porque algo no se dio en el pasado. ¿Mm? Solo me las imagino. También este condicional es como el condicional de arrepentirse. Me arrepiento. Si hubiese pasado tal cosa, el resultado sería este. En esta oración, si John qué, muchachos, este had, help me with this verb. ¿Qué hace este verbito had aquí? ¿Cómo lo puedo traducir? What is the meaning of that had? Ya lo dije, inclusive.
como
Hubiera.
hubiera,
¿Qué dijo el
hubiese.
señor Cristian? ¿Qué dijiste? ¿Sí
Creo que
fuiste
fue
tú?
yo.
John, ¿qué fue lo que dijiste?
Bien, pues hubiera.
Hubiera o hubiese. My dear students, school students ask to me, teacher, how to say se. Los niños me dicen, profe, ¿cómo digo se? Se cayó, se, se enojó. Esa palabrita está implícita. Estoy hablando de
Ujú.
John, pues ahí va implícita. No busco la forma de colocar el se.
De
Si John
traducir.
exacto. Si John se hubiera o si John se hubiese, ¿qué?
Sí, ese conectado.
Exacto. Este es el verbo, el pasado participio de conectar. Connect with us last class. Si John se hubiese conectado con nosotros. O sea que aquí ya hay una situación que no ocurrió. ¿M? Es una situación
Ujú.
imaginaria, no pasó. Entonces ahí estaría el resultado que también es un resultado que no pasó, pues porque la primera condición no se dio. He could, he could have reviewed the topic. Reviewed the topic. ¿Cuál es el resultado? ¿O cuál pudo haber sido el resultado?
Teacher,
Cristian, tell me.
ya que estamos en español, ¿me nos podría explicar por qué el have no cambia a has?
Ok, excelente pregunta. Resulta, muchachos, bueno, aquí nos estamos saliendo del tema, pero no hay problema porque estamos es para eso, ¿no? Para aprender. Siempre que usemos un modal, siempre, can, would, will, must, should, any modal, cualquier modal, el siguiente verbito va en su forma base. No importa si estoy hablando de la tercera persona singular, si estoy hablando de la primera, la segunda, listo. El siguiente verbo va a ir en su forma base porque este señor ya hace todo el trabajo. No puedo colocar esto, to play. No, error. Si no va con esto. No puedo colocar playing. No, error. En su forma base. No puedo colocar played. No, en su forma base. No puedo colocar plays. No, profe, pero es que estoy utilizando he, pero es que el verbo modal hace todo el trabajo. Funciona de un solo modo. Él no deja que el siguiente verbo vaya ni con gerundio ni en pasado, en su forma base. Y uno de nuestros modales es could. ¿Mm? Bueno, hay muchos modales, no hay varios. ¿Listo, muchachos?
Pero
Creo
eso
que
solamente es en el tercer condicional.
no, siempre que usemos un modal,
Siempre. Ok.
siempre. Mira lo que dice aquí. He will play soccer next year. Esta oración que está de primeritas. He will play. Estoy utilizando la tercera persona singular, pero hay un modal que está colocando el siguiente verbo, ese es su trabajo, ponerlo en futuro. No coloco nada de eso. ¿Cuándo sí coloco eso que me están diciendo, muchachos? Eso es presente simple. En los tiempos simples sí agrego, por ejemplo, en un tiempo simple tengo que decir he has, ¿eh? Porque es presente simple. Esto que está aquí arribita es un modal. Es el tercer condicional, no tiene nada que ver con presente simple. ¿Listo?
Ok.
Preguntas, John, ¿entendiste esa parte?
Sí, profe, muchas gracias.
Entonces, siempre que uso modal, el siguiente verbo va en su forma base. Siempre, siempre, siempre. El único que en alguna ocasión lo hablamos es que cuando es un semimodal, bueno, aquí la embarré. Has aquí. Si voy a utilizar un semimodal como por ejemplo I have, aquí sería el to. Es un verbo semimodal. I have to learn. I have to, ¿qué escribí? I have to learn. ¿Ok? Ahí sí. Ese es un verbo semimodal. ¿Mm? Igual que ought to. Ought to. Bueno, borremos esto por aquí. Dear students, don't forget that this statement is talking about an imaginary situation. Estamos hablando de una situación imaginaria, ¿ok? And, and. Bueno, preguntas hasta ahí, hagamos otra más. Ok, another example. Ok, what if? ¿Qué tal si? If the Beatles, if the Beatles had verbo en pasado participio played in Colombia. If the Beatles had played in Colombia. Have ever the Beatles played in Colombia? ¿Alguna vez tocaron en Colombia?
I don't think so.
The music, the music knowers here. Los que saben mucho de música. No, cierto que no, nunca, nunca. ¿Qué hubiera pasado? Es una situación imaginaria. If the Beatles had played in Colombia, what could be the result? Help me. And another,
Um,
yes.
I I will I will have I will
I,
have
I would, I would have
I will have
followed
um,
Oh,
the structure.
oh, that ticket?
I will have, I heard a ticket. What about the verb? What is the verb in past participle form? Nos hace falta el verbo en pasado participio, no te escuché. What did you say?
Oh,
I will have bought a ticket. Yes,
si no recuerdo mal, ese es el pasado de comprar.
yes, it's the same. Past participle form of buy is bought to. That's a correct, that's a correct sentence. If the Beatles had played in Colombia, I would have bought a ticket. Es una situación que no ocurrió. ¿Mm? So, to continue, okay, any questions until here?
No, de momento la estoy agarrando.
Okay. Be careful with the structure. Yes, because we are going to need this structure to the next activity. Hmm? Subject, modal, have past participle for the result. Let me continue with another, starting with the result. Okay, I am going to start with the result, okay? And you will help me with the clause part. Um, okay. Mm, my mom, this is an imaginary statement. My mom would would have um would have my mom would have help me boiled my mom would have boiled the water. Yes. If, don't forget, if I start with the result, I don't need the comma, okay? My mom will have boiled the water if, help me with the clause part. Aquí en este caso no vamos a utilizar la comita porque empiezo por el resultado. ¿Quién me ayuda con la condición que pudo o no? Bueno, que es
Mm,
imaginario. My mom will have boiled the water if.
if
This is
if I i- if I hadn't turned the I don't know turned the stuff off. If I if I hadn't if I hadn't turned the stove off,
turned the, turn the what?
the stove
Could you
off,
spell it, please? S
the
T
stove, stove. I think it's like that, like
stove
cocina, como la
off,
cocina. Yep,
like this.
yep.
Okay, so the clause here is if I hadn't turned the stove off, my mom had boiled the water. My mom had boiled the water if I hadn't turned the stove off. Please, Jennifer, could you
Mhm.
read the entire statement?
Yeah. My what? My what?
My mom. I don't know
My mom.
what happened
Yeah.
with
Yeah, I
mom.
just saw that. My mom.
Yes.
My mom. My mom. My mom would have boiled the water if I hadn't turned the stove on. If I hadn't. No.
What is the meaning of that sentence?
Creo que como mi mamá ten- ten- tendría el agua hervida, ¿sí? ¿No?
Don't forget that have, the previous class, I told you that have has another big meaning, not only tener.
Mi madre habría hervido el agua
Mm,
si
Yes.
yo no hubiese
okay.
apagado el horno o la estufa.
Ok, muy bien. Habría. Por eso estamos hablando de voz en pasado participio. ¿Mm? Aquí no se olvide, chicos, la clase pasada yo les dije que cuando hablamos de, aquí necesitamos los pasados participios que van de la mano con los tiempos perfectos. Aquí el tener, o sea que hacemos una contener, hagamos una contener. Ok, let's create another sentence with um, tener, tener option. Ok, if,
Es que,
tell me,
es que yo siento que de toda manera habría tenido. porque es que eso es lo que hace el would.
Would, la forma más facilita de entender este señor would es que el siguiente verbo le agregó la terminación habría. Ustedes lo dijeron en la clase de modales. Tendría o habría. ¿M? En
Sí,
este caso puntual, tendría o habría. Vamos a hacer uno de los que por eso les digo, vamos a hacer uno con tener. ¿Listo? Y con haber a la vez. If, aquí, bueno, if, mm, Christian, I am going to write your name in a short form. If Chris, okay, had, had, yes, if Chris had a new jacket. This is the first part. If Chris had a new jacket. ¿Qué encontramos en esta oración? If you want, say it in English or Spanish.
uh, the article, the two birds, but
Tiene dos, que tiene dos y se da a
tienes
entender de que uno es de que si Chris
uno,
hubiera tenido una nueva chaqueta, hubiera tenido,
Ajá, ahí lo estás
hubiese,
diciendo.
se-
Hubiese
hubiera,
o
hubiese,
hubiera.
hubiese,
Hubiese o hubiera. Muy bien. ¿Y si se dan cuenta que aquí está el tener?
ujú.
Aquí está el tener.
Teacher,
¿Listo? Tell me.
y en uno de ellos no debería estar, pregunto, ¿no? No estoy seguro. No debería estar un has had por Chris.
no porque es esto el pasado perfecto y también estamos hablando del tercer condicional que en su estructura tiene el had y debe ir siempre el had.
Sí,
Porque es
John,
el pasado.
exacto. John, como tu compañero lo dijo y como te lo dije hace un ratico, tú estás metiéndome el has, lo cual significa que sabes algo, pero ese algo es de tiempos simples. Estamos en tercer condicional. Si yo hubiera colocado, si la oración hubiera sido otra, Chris, tiene una chaqueta nueva. Ahí sí tengo a has a new jacket. Yes. Esta oración que acabo de colocar, si me quedó bien, sí, está en presente simple, pero no estamos viendo tiempos simples. Tercer condicional, y el tercer condicional habla de, bueno, tiene el verbo have en pasado, que lo voy a colocar por aquí con otro color. ¿Ah? Y tiene además de eso un siguiente verbo que es en pasado participio. ¿Mm? Esta oración está estructuralmente bien. Yo la colocaría de otra manera, ya les voy a decir cómo, pero está bien. En la estructura está bien. If Chris, subject, sigo con el had, obligatorio colocar el had. If Chris had, y luego el pasado participio de un verbo. Aquí coloqué, Christian, perdóname, John, el pasado participio de have. Este verbito que está aquí, ay, ¿qué hice? Viene de el señor have. Viene de have. Es el pasado participio de have. ¿Cómo hubiera sido mejor colocarlo? Bueno, ahí no está mal, no está mal. Pero entonces es más común, chicos, ver esto. If had. If had a new jacket. Es más común. ¿Mm? La otra oración no estaba mal. Y si se dan cuenta, aquí sigo manteniendo la estructura. If, subject, contraction of had, past participle of have, and a new jacket. It's the complement.
Y esa contradicción no se puede poner en nombres propios, solo en pronombres.
Sí, es en pronombres. Por eso lo cambié, he, ¿ok? Voy a dejarla como estaba, no porque esté mal, está bien, pero es porque me gusta que tiene, que tiene visualmente está esos dos had, que es posible. ¿Mm? Had. ¿Ok? Help me with the result. What if Chris had a new jacket? What if? Hey, you, dear students. if Chris had a new jacket,
He he he
he,
could
he could,
he could uh he could have used it in the
he could,
concert.
okay, and the concert. That's an
Use it
excellent,
or wear it.
okay. But what is the past participle form of wear?
Uh, or
Wore? What is the past participle for of wear? Worn, yes?
or
Worn, like this,
no, without E.
without E. Worn in the concert. He could have worn it in the concert,
Burn it.
okay?
No. Well, it's like the the subject the subject is lacking in the middle of the in between worn and in warn it in the corner.
Yes, worn it in the concert. Okay, what if I kept the verb use? ¿Qué pasaría si yo sigo usando el verbo use?
Es que ese use es más que todo use para, para cosas que podemos, por ejemplo, como le digo yo,
Okay,
mm, yo uso, I use my computer to look for something, pero como
but,
estamos hablando de ropa, ese usar en inglés es wear.
yes, but don't forget that any depends of the context. Resulta que, ¿qué tal? Aquí depende, aquí está muy bien la oración. ¿Qué tal si en el concierto hay una parte en la que se quitan la chaqueta y no sé cómo, bueno, la agitan así en círculos? Ahí se podría usar el used, ¿ok? Depende del contexto. Aquí estamos hablando
Sí,
de vestirse, de vestirse.
exacto,
Ujú. O sea, en realidad el used no estaría mal si estamos hablando puntualmente de una acción que él va a
well,
usar, a hacer con esa chaqueta.
exacto.
Ujú.
For example, he used his jacket for to cover her face with from her her cousin. I don't know,
Yes,
or
yes,
to hide from someone.
yes, excellent. Jennifer, John, do you understand this part? ¿Entendimos por qué worn o por qué used? ¿Cuándo? Wear, la primera es wear, viene de wear.
Hmm. Yeah.
Listo. Okay, okay, excellent. So it's time to practice by yourself. It's time to practice. What is my roulette? Okay, I am going to share a roulette, but, here. Where is the roulette? Here. I know that the possibilities, okay, are so little, but here we got it. Mm, I am going to round the roulette, and you are going to complete or create a situation using a third conditional, okay? According to this, um, these situations. Voy a girar la ruleta y ustedes van a crear una situación, de acuerdo a lo que pues les aparezca en cada ruleta. Y usando tercer condicional, por favor, muchachos. ¿M? So I am going to start with Christian. You will be the first. Your situation is the cat escaped because you left the window. What is it? The cat escaped because you left the window opened. Open. The cat escaped because you left the window open. So create the imaginary.
Cat, the
Yes,
cat wouldn't have escaped if you um didn't leave the window open.
but this is a situation that happened to you, Christian, to you.
If the cat was the cat wouldn't have escaped, wouldn't 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 have escaped if I had checked
If I what?
if I had checked the
If,
house was closed in all his if I no I had a headache. Uh, the cat wouldn't escape if I didn't leave the window open
didn't, didn't,
or
hadn't. Don't
hadn't
forget.
left
Yes, use third conditional.
hadn't
Good,
left the window.
good. Now it's time to um, Jennifer. It's your turn. Your situation is your phone. Your phone broke because you dropped it uh, in the toilet. Wow, this is
Mm,
your phone broke
your
because you
phone.
dropped it in the toilet.
Okay. Uh, if I hadn't uh, uh, what is the past participle of bring? Broke, broke, broke. Oh, ah, I don't know. Um, okay, I'm gonna change it. Um, my my phone wouldn't broke it. Can I say that? My phone wouldn't broke wouldn't have broke it
Yes.
if I if I had it if I if I hadn't if I had not um, if I had no um, yeah if I hadn't it in the bathroom. No,
If
if
I hadn't the verb in past participle,
no, I don't know the verb bring in past participle. Ah, can I
don't
say sure?
forget I sent the list of verbs some classes ago. Use it. Bring, did you say bring?
Yeah.
Past participle of bring is broke.
Oh,
Broke.
okay. If I hadn't broke it, to the bathroom.
Yes, excellent. John, are you here with us? It's your turn.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Okay, John, your situation is you missed, wow, you missed your wedding because you got stuck in an elevator. You missed your wedding because you got stuck in an elevator. This is your situation.
Reading
Create.
es boda.
Yes, that's an ugly situation. Sad.
One moment. I'm writing the answer in my notebook.
Okay, no problem.
No, don't turn off the light, please. Yeah,
Tommy,
with my mom. Sorry.
do you need the instructor?
Yes, if I have stuck in the elevator, elevator, uh, I should I should miss my wedding.
Uh,
I should have missed my wedding.
John, we need to use the structure, the two-third conditional, okay? This is the structure. Use it, please.
So
Think in the situation and act it happened. Yes, it's your situation. So you are going to regret about something that you
if I
could
had
or
stuck in
couldn't.
in the elevator,
Start again, please. Start again.
if I had stuck in the if I had stuck in the elevator, I
Yes.
should have missed my wedding.
But follow the structure for the result. Did you say I? Excellent. But you used should. Don't forget. In this conditional, we used could, would, or might. You use
Good.
should. And not use could, would, or might. And I didn't hear your past participle verb.
Missed, missed.
Say me the
I could have missed my wedding. Can you listen?
escuché, yo te escuché. ¿Me escuchas?
Eh,
¿Me escuchan, muchachos?
ahora sí.
John, eso fue
Sí.
lo que pasó. Tú perdiste la boda. La idea es que tú pienses si hubieses hecho otra cosa diferente. John, let's create the sentence with your situation. Start again, please. You said if I what?
Tac.
Or send it by the chat. Chicos, ¿ustedes me escuchan bien? Cristian y Jennifer.
Sí. A veces se corta un poco, pero
Eh,
Uh,
como la imagen.
ok. John, si quieres envíalo por el chat o dímelo, pero tú me dijiste que podría, ¿cómo me dijiste? Ya no me acuerdo cómo fue que me dijiste, pero siento que me dijiste lo mismo que decía en la, o sea, que perdiste no, la idea es que tú te arrepientas de algo que no hiciste. Help, help me please. Mm, Jennifer or John, you missed your wedding because you got stuck in an elevator. Perdieron la boda, perdiste la boda porque te quedaste atascado en el ascensor. What could be the other option, the imaginary option? ¿Qué pudo haber pasado? ¿Qué pude haber hecho? ¿Cuál fue la opción imaginaria que no hice? If I had, si yo hubiese o si yo no hubiese.
If I hadn't,
If I hadn't,
if I hadn't, if I have, if I hadn't, uh, if I hadn't taken the elevator,
if I hadn't, what is the verb?
taken, like take the, like take,
Taken,
but the past
taken
taken. If I
the
hadn't taken the elevator, I I wouldn't I I wouldn't
wouldn't,
have
wouldn't have
I wouldn't have missed my wedding. Missed
missed.
my wedding. Miss okay, miss
Like
my
this.
wedding.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
is it correct? John, are you here
I
with
wouldn't
me?
have missed my wedding.
Yeah.
John, pay attention. Tu situación fue que agarraste el elevador. La idea era que te arrepintieras. Bueno, esa es la idea. Nos estamos arrepintiendo de algo que hice o que algo que no hice. En este caso, de haber agarrado el elevador. Dice la respuesta. If I hadn't taken the elevator. Si yo no hubiese tomado el elevador. Vamos a ver qué ocurre con el resultado. Si yo no hubiese tomado el elevador, ¿cierto que sí? I wouldn't have missed my wedding. Yo no qué.
Hubiera. Hubiera.
Habría. No, no
Mm,
habría, ¿cierto? No habría qué.
perdido. Oh,
Perdido.
bueno, sí, sí, perdido.
Missed my wedding. No habría perdido mi boda. Ok. ¿Listo? Estamos arrepintiéndonos de cosas, de decisiones que tomamos. And now, my dear students, I am going. Okay, I got here a message. Now, okay, let me continue with a video that explain it and explain it. This another video will explain the structure. Okay, so as I was telling to you, I am going to turn my camera and my microphone off too. Here we go.
No se puede escuchar. O no sé si no tiene sonido.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to fix it. Mm, okay, sound was my bad. Wait a minute, please. Wait some seconds.
Hey everyone,
No, not yet.
hey everyone, today.
Okay, here we go.
Today, we're going to jump into a really cool, super powerful piece of English grammar. Think of it like this. It's a tool that lets us talk about the past, but not just how it happened, but how it could have happened. I mean, we all do, right? We've all got those moments we look back on and just think, ugh, if only. You know, what if you hadn't missed that flight? Or what if you'd said something different? We're always imagining those other outcomes. Well, what if I told you that English grammar has its own little time machine built right in? I'm serious. Now, of course, it can't actually change what happened, but what it can do is let us explore all those what if scenarios, those alternate histories perfectly. Okay, so let's get right into it. We're going to explore how to talk about these kinds of situations, these imaginary pasts that, well, never actually happened. And this amazing tool has a name. It's called the third conditional. And its one job, its entire purpose, is to talk about imaginary situations in the past and what would have happened because of them. So the most important thing to remember here is that we're always talking about something that didn't actually happen. It's pure imagination. So you're probably wondering, how do we build this language time machine? Is it complicated? Not at all. It's actually a pretty simple two-part formula. Let's break down the structure. Okay, check this out. It's always split into two clean parts. First up, you've got the if clause. This is where you set up the imaginary past situation, right? Like, if it had rained last night. The magic formula here is always if plus had plus a past participle. Got it? Then you have the main clause. This is the imagined result. So, I would have stayed at home. And for this part, you need would have plus another past participle. So you have the condition and then the result. See? It's really that simple. And here's a little secret. You've got options. Would is what you'll see most of the time for the result, but you can easily swap it out. You can use could if you want to talk about ability, or might if you're talking about possibility. So for example, saying he could have finished the race means, he had the skill, he had the ability, but for some reason he didn't. It's amazing how just changing that one little word adds a whole new layer of meaning, isn't it? Okay, so the theory is all well and good, but let's see this thing in action, right? Let's make it real. We're going to take this grammar structure and use it to completely rewrite someone's really, really bad day. So, I want you to meet Nick. Oh, poor Nick. He had one of those days where just everything that could go wrong did. But hey, now that we have our new grammar tool, we can actually go back and fix it for him. Well, sort of. We can at least see how his day could have been way different. And where did it all start? Car trouble. Of course, a classic recipe for a terrible day. Yep, his car just died on him. And boom, here's our time machine in action. Did you catch the structure there? The result, his car wouldn't have broken down, actually came first this time, and it was followed by the condition if he had changed the oil. So what really happened? Well, he didn't change the oil, and yep, his car broke down. Simple. Okay, so as if the car wasn't bad enough, Nick then goes and makes a huge mistake. He totally forgot his best friend's birthday. Ah, man, that's a rough one. So how could we have fixed this for him? It's pretty simple, actually. Check it out. This time the condition is, first, if he had kept a diary, and then comes the amazing imagined result. He would have remembered his best friend's birthday. It's a perfect little cause and effect story for a past that never happened. And just to really top it all off, the final insult to Nick's horrible day, the weather decided to get in on the action. He got caught in a downpour and was just soaked to the bone. All right, our last fix for Nick. If he'd had an umbrella, he wouldn't have been soaking wet. Now pay close attention to that contraction. He'd had. It sounds a little funny, but it's just short for he had had. And I promise you, this is super common and natural everyday speech. It's exactly how people really talk. Okay, so now that we've seen how it works, let's talk about the rules of time travel. Just a few key things you need to remember so you can use this perfectly every single time. All right, listen up, because this is the number one most common mistake people make. It is so tempting to stick would have in both parts of the sentence, but you can't do it. You've got to resist. Just remember this, the if part, the condition, never, ever gets would. So the key takeaway is this. The if part always gets had. Always. If it had rained, if I had known, if she had left, that had belongs with if. You save the would for the result part of the sentence. Here's another really important thing. Don't get this mixed up with the second conditional. It's actually a really simple difference. The third conditional, the one we've been working with today, is only for talking about the past. The second conditional, that's for imagining things in the present or the future. So just remember, third is for the past, second is for now or later. All right, a couple of final pro tips to really get you sounding fluent. First, don't forget that the if clause can pop up at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. We saw that with Nick's car, remember? And number two, and this is a big one, use contractions. I'd have gone if I'd known. That's how people really talk. It'll make you sound so much more natural. Okay, so we've broken down the formula, we've seen it in action with poor Nick, and we've gone over all the rules. So now it's your turn. It's time for you to fire up that time machine. So I want you to really think about this for a second. Go back in your own memory. If you had known this rule, if you had really mastered it a year ago, how would your English have been different? What kinds of things would you have been able to say? What conversations might have changed? See, it's an incredibly powerful tool. And now it's all yours.
Okay. How do you feel right now, Christian? Are you okay? Okay. He's ill. I hope that you are you okay? No problem. Okay,
What?
we are going to. I was thinking about healthy, your health.
Okay.
Okay, now we are going to continue with the practice with this easy activity. Okay, uh, don't forget the structure and what the video said to us. Don't forget the structure. We start with if clause, after if, subject, had, and past participle verb. Mm, on the other hand, in the result, we got subject, modal, modal would, could, or might. This is the activity to continue and easy activity. Okay, what if I send you the link and you develop the entire activity and send me your results by the chat? I prefer it like this, okay? Muchachos, se los comparto y lo hacemos uno por uno o lo hacemos aquí
Here,
entre todos.
here, here, here. I think I can hear you better.
Okay, okay. This will be the turns. Can you participate, Christian?
Oh, I
It's your decision. You said that.
I will participate.
Okay, so first will be Jennifer, second one John, and the last will be Christian. Okay, Jennifer,
Yeah.
can you watch the activity?
Yep.
Okay, Jennifer, please. This is a writing activity, so mm, dictate to me.
Okay. If if he if he had told me,
Yes.
I would, yeah, I would have gone.
Now, please
Mm,
translate it.
mm, si él me hubiese dicho,
Yeah.
ah, yo me hubiese ido, m-
Me
me, hu-
hubiese.
me hubiera ido Me hubiera ido. Ah, sí. Ah,
Me hubiera, suena como en pasado.
Hubiese.
mm,
Bueno,
me
Me
hubiera.
habría.
me habría,
Me
¿cierto? O sea,
habría.
me
mm,
habría. Ok.
bueno,
Yeah. John, it's your turn. Second, the number two. Second one.
Had, had,
At,
would,
would. Just that? That's all,
would,
John?
have,
Now, John, please read it and translate it. I'm going to turn my light on. John, could you read the statement and translate it, please?
Si nosotros habríamos tomado el autobús,
¿Habríamos?
hubiésemos.
Recordemos que arrancamos con el pasado participio, con el pasado perfecto. Pasado perfecto. ¿Mm? Hubiéramos, hubiésemos. Ok, continue, please.
Yo todavía,
Yes. Solo escuché la primera parte. Si hubiéramos
eh,
tomado el autobús,
si hubiéramos tomado el autobús, pudiésemos llegar a tiempo.
hubiésemos. ¿Qué hace este would
Diríamos.
aquí? Yes, habríamos. Bien. Christian, is your
Profe,
turn.
una
Dime,
pregunta
¿de quién es esa voz?
mía.
Yo sé que, solo sé que no es de Jennifer. Cristian, ¿cierto?
Mía. Sí.
Ah, dime.
El verbo arrive.
Arrived? What
Sí.
happened?
En español tenemos arribado.
Pues nadie dice arribado.
Claro que sí, en España lo dicen.
Ah, pero bueno,
Así que no podemos decir que nadie lo dice.
ahí de Colombia.
Pero arribado también sería una traducción para arrive, ¿no?
Ujú, pues sí, es literalmente la traducción de arrive.
Sí, porque creo que es tomada del inglés. O la inglés la tomó de nosotros la tomamos del inglés, no sé.
Y la pregunta,
Era esa, o sea, si
bueno, arrive.
estaría bien decir arribado.
Pues yo te repito,
Y,
bueno, está bien,
y
voy a,
no
a
quedarnos,
cambiarlo.
no quedarnos solamente con el llegar o
Pues es que
llegaron.
arribar es el verbo correcto, pero pues por eso te digo, digamos que aquí pues nosotros no decimos tú dices arriba, mañana arribaré temprano a clases.
Sí,
No lo
sí lo
decimos,
digo,
¿no? Ah,
sí
bueno,
yo
lo
pues
creo
digo.
que sí. Yo creo que sí, porque usa el acento en español, usa el acento de España también, así como usa el británico.
Claro, ah, ¿cómo era?
no está mal,
Toca.
¿no, Cristian? Mira, Cristian, no está
Es que
mal.
no es tanto que lo utilicemos o no, es más que todo para pulcrarnos. Y por ejemplo, si alguien dice, no, arribado no es eso, o no tomar el error de decirle a una persona, no, eso no significa arribado, sino llegar sabiendo que son sinónimos.
Exacto, sí. Sí es, o sea, no, por eso te digo que no está mal. Sí, la forma correcta es arribado, pero pues nosotros aquí no decimos arribaré ar- espero que arriben temprano el día jueves, pues que lleguen, ¿no? Pero pues entiende dentro de nuestro contexto. Obviamente como profesores tendríamos que decir es arribar, ¿m? Pero
Exacto.
pues en nuestro contexto está bien. Ok. Eh,
Okay, I
me gusta.
will I will have a share if you had lent me the money.
It's Christian turn. Yes, okay. He said I would have bought a shirt if you could you please translate it?
Habría comprado una camiseta o un suéter si tú me hubieses prestado, si tú hubieses, si tú hubieses me prestado.
This is a object pronoun.
Y yo sé, si tú me hubieses prestado el dinero.
You were joking to us. Okay. Muy bien. Um, Jennifer Star? Yes.
My parents would would have died if they had eaten the mushrooms.
Excellent. Please. Now in Spanish.
Mm, mis padres hubieran muerto,
Hubieran.
¿no?
¿Por qué me olvidan
Habrían,
el verbo? Habrían. No se olviden del
habrían.
would. Habrían.
Mis padres habrían muerto si hubieran comido los champiñones.
Yes. John, number 5. John, if you
Sorry.
have. John, I can't hear you.
Um, would have.
Please, John, read the entire statement and translate it.
If you had added more sugar, the cake would have tasted better.
Now in Spanish, please.
No sé, teacher, yo no entiendo cómo funciona eso.
Si vosotros hubieses, si vosotros hubieses agregado más azúcar.
Cristian, Cristian, let your classmate. Espero que me estés bromeando. Yo sé que me estás bromeando.
Te ayudo. Recuerda que en la primera va el pasado perfecto, ¿sí? Pero como no tenemos el pasado perfecto, sino que tenemos el pasado participio, solamente para que fuese perfecto tuviese que estar el verbo have o had otra vez. Entonces, si tú hubieses agregado más azúcar, el pastel y ahí viene su forma perfecta con el verbo modal, que es would. Recuerda que would le da la terminación al siguiente verbo en día y sería y would be the cake would have, entonces el pastel habría eh,
Habría
sabido,
what?
sabido, ah, ¿sí? Mejor, ¿sí? No? Am I wrong?
Eh, John, ¿qué opinas? John, quiero que me pregunte, que me preguntes, que me digas cuál complicación tienes, si no reconoces el hat o el trabajo
Que
de
no,
would.
no logro traducirlo. En mi cabeza se traduce
O,
mal siempre.
ok,
No.
empecemos.
Pero, ok, pero no, empecemos. ¿Cómo lo traduciría tu cabeza?
Si habrías
Cuéntame.
añadido más azúcar, el pastel hubieras sabido mejor.
Ok, lo que tiene que hacer es un cambio, un switch. El habría va abajo y el hubiese va arriba. Y ya.
Sí, John, aquí como te decía tu compañero, recuerda el uso de este modal. Si tú reconoces el uso de would, que la más fácil fue lo que te dijo Cristian, agrégale al siguiente verbo ría, la terminación ría. Si yo coloco aquí play, esto ya está mal, obviamente, perdón, y estaba mal desde el principio. Ya no dice jugar, dice jugaría. Si yo coloco aquí correr, ya no dice correr, dice correría. ¿Mm? Por ese
Ajá.
would, el would está haciendo eso, John. El would hace
Es,
eso en el verbo. Si yo coloco aquí leer, ya no dice leer, dice leería. Entonces, si coloco have, ya no dice tener, dice
bien,
tendría,
habría
¿sí?
o tendría.
O habría. O sea,
Es que
en
lo
este
que
caso,
pasa es que el verbo would en este caso sería el pasado perfecto de will.
ujú, porque este señor es el pasado de Will. Bien, comentario estuvo muy bien. John, por favor. Tú estuviste, me dijiste que no estuviste en ninguna clase de la semana pasada y precisamente yo hice la clase de, hice solo presente perfecto, muchachos, yo sé, pero era para que nos acordáramos de estos señores, de los verbos en pasado participio. Un repasito ahí, un refrescando, porque yo sabía que esto venía, ¿ok? Entonces, John, yo tengo en YouTube, si quieres, bueno, está inclusive la grabación, revísate la grabación, porque no la he subido a YouTube, pero yo la voy a subir. Pero está la grabación aquí en Teams para que revises lo de los tiempos perfectos que tiene que ver con esta temática. Entonces dice, if you had more sugar, the cake would have tasted better. Si le hubieses, ese had es hubieses
Will.
haber en pasado, le hubieses agregado más azúcar. ¿Mm? ¿A qué? Al
Ujú.
pastel. El pastel, como dijo tu compañero, habría sabido. Ese taste es de saborear, del sabor. Habría
Ajá.
sabido mejor. And finally, Christian, it's your turn.
In my turn,
Yes.
I will have seen you. I will have seen you. I will have.
Wow.
I would have. Mejor. I would have. Para que lo
Yes.
entiendan. I would have seen you if I had my glasses. If I had my glasses. Remember, if I had my glasses.
Okay, yes. I'm not going to write the conjunction because I am really sure that
Yeah.
the page say that is incorrect. Okay, let's check if he had
Oh, wait, no lo
to.
traduje.
Okay, yes, do the translation, please.
Te habría visto si hubiese tenido mis gafas.
Excellent. John, en este caso, no. Jennifer, please, could you explain this sentence to your classmate, John, please? The last one. You will be the teacher. Jennifer,
Yes.
please explain this sentence to John.
Mm.
The last
Or-
part,
oh,
the clause.
if I had my glasses, like
Yes.
why you have? why we have two hat?
Yes,
Oh, okay, because the the first one is the is it the first one or the second one? Let me see because I have the photo of the structure here. Okay. Because the first one is part of the structure hat, and
yes,
then the second one is the past participle to of have.
yes. John, John. Hello, John.
Yeah,
John,
I'm here.
do you understand why we got here a couple of hat? ¿Por qué tenemos dos veces ese hat? ¿Entiendes qué hace cada uno?
Entiendo por qué están ahí.
¿Y sabes qué hace cada uno? Están porque la estructura me lo decía, ¿cierto que sí? Bien,
Ujú.
exacto. ¿Y sabes qué hace cada uno? ¿Qué traduce cada uno? ¿Cuál es? Bueno, la estructura lo decía. John.
No, teacher.
Ok, la primera es el pasado de have. Pasado sencillo, pasado simple de have. ¿M? Habría o tendría. Aquí no me sirve el tendría, porque recuerden que cuando hablamos de los tiempos perfectos es haber, haber. ¿M? A ver, aquí dice, a ver, profe, ¿y por qué tiempos perfectos? Porque aquí tengo un siguiente verbo en pasado participio. O sea, ya te estoy dando la respuesta a las dos. Este es haber en pasado y este es tener en pasado participio. Como tienen la misma forma, se repiten. O sea, habría y tenido. Si te das cuenta, uno es haber y el otro es tener. Yo habría, si yo o hubiese, también puede ser, hubiese o habría tenido mis gafas. ¿Listo? Hay que repasar un montón, ¿no? Esta estructura es compleja, chicos, porque se usa mucho con contracción. Todas estas tendría aquí, a fight, esta será como la más común, ¿cierto? A fight had my glass. Pero sé que si lo dejo así, la página me va a decir que está mal. Entonces, es de una gran práctica. Vamos a darle check. Let's check. Okay. Yes, 100%. Excellent. John. Estoy muy cansado con John. Si te das cuenta, algunas empezamos con la cláusula if, que es donde está had. Recuerda que el video nos decía, en if no coloco would. Aquí está. Todos los que tengan if, está al ladito de have. Had, I'm sorry. If had. Aquí no arranque con el if, aquí sí va el would, porque es el resultado. Entonces, cuando arranco con el sujeto nada más y luego va would, no va had. Yo no voy a colocar would had, nada de eso. ¿Ok? Mucha. Hablábamos en una de nuestras primeras, esto me recuerda a una de nuestras primeras clases que recuerden que a mi parecer, es a mi parecer, lo más difícil es pensarlo, porque yo tengo, como decía John, en su mente una traducción, yo siento que es lo más difícil, a mi parecer, chicos, es pensarlo. Entonces, to finish it. Tenía un cuestionario por ahí, pero siento que están cansados y yo estoy cansado.
Eso no lo piense mucho y estudie la estructura.
Ajá, es la estructura y usarlo, usarlo. Please, Christian,
Okay.
would you like to be our teacher for mm, 10 minutes?
A mí,
Yes.
for 10 minutes, teacher.
Yes. Explaining the third conditional with this image, infographic.
Yes. Mastering the third conditional, imagining what might have been. Oh my goodness. What might have been? Mm, real past, imaginary past. Well, ¿en español o en inglés?
Yes, como quieras. O Spanglish, como quieras. La idea es que lo entendamos.
Spanish. Okay. The third conditional is used to express ideas that I didn't do it, but it would happen in the past, right?
Yes.
It will happen. Son ideas que no pasaron en la realidad, pero que podrían haber pasado en un contexto diferente. ¿Sí? For
Yes.
the, well, I don't know what's I right, but right in my left, in the left, we had the structure. We had the first if plus had plus past participle plus would have and plus past participle again. This is the standard formula. Use if plus had plus past participle followed by will have plus past participle. Has below you can see in the if clause rule you can use a model verb or the will verb, all right? Because we never use the word will inside the if part of the sentence. It is always with the auxiliary or the past of have. We have if plus have always. The rule hadn't hasn't has not to be broken. The power of the contraction D can represent both have and will in this sentence. All right. For
Yes.
example, we can have if I wrote in a letter to my I don't know to my friend, he wouldn't have come, right?
Yes. Excellent.
Or he he not have come. Do you understand? No,
I understand it.
but the other persons.
If you want,
I
switch to
I I,
Spanish.
I will write it. The sentence I was explaining. If I had written written a letter to my friend, he he no would he would not pass come. This the use of it of the contraction. All right.
Yes. And this part
Examples.
to finish. Okay, examples.
Examples. Real situation in the past. It was dry last night. The third conditional imaginary or the idea. If it had rained, I would have stayed at home. En la realidad, lo que pasó es que estaba eh, It was dry last night. It was dry last night. Estaba seco. Bueno, no había llovido. No había llovido. Estaba seco. Estaba el clima bueno para salir. Sí, pero sí, en la imagen, en la frase de una perspectiva imaginaria, dice que si hubiese llovido, me habría quedado en la casa.
Yes.
Es lo que se usa, es para lo que se usa el tercer condicional en inglés y en español. Es lo mismo. Una situación adversaria de lo que en realidad pasó. ¿Sí? Ahora vamos con los significados, meaning and usage, con el significado y uso. Dice que solamente se usa para imaginar cosas del pasado. ¿Ok? Una cosa que pasó en el pasado, yo lo convierto en una situación imaginaria. ¿Sí? Lo que pasó en realidad no va a ser lo que yo estoy imaginando en el pasado. ¿Sí? Dice que esta estructura siempre se refiere a los eventos pasados que no ocurrieron en realidad. ¿Sí? Entonces, tenemos el tercer versus segundo conditional, the versus second conditional. Dice que el tercer condicional es utilizado siempre, siempre, no se les olvide, y has to be not forgotten. You use third conditional for the past, second conditional for the present. Why? Because the rule say in the structure words like this. Because if you study or we have saw in the how we have seen in the second conditional, the structure was different uh, in the third conditional. Okay.
Yes, teacher. And
In the
this part,
well, what part?
the
Swapping
last
model.
part, this corner.
Okay, swapping model.
Yes.
O swapping es arrastrando los modales, los verbos modales. Sería el will, could, or might. Ok, ¿cómo sabemos? Aquí estamos viendo los verbos, el pasado de los verbos will, can, and may, que
Yes.
serían would, could, and might. Estos o sea, son replace, replace. ¿Qué
If
significa
you,
replace?
yes, reemplazar. If you want to talk about ability, you use could. Possibility, might. Los
Ajá,
voy cambiando. Los puedo cambiar, depende de cómo yo los quiera usar. Habilidad,
exacto.
posibilidad. ¿Ok?
Lo que tienes que aprender es utilizar los verbos modales. Y ya.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you
O
so
sea,
much.
el significado de cada uno, porque si buscamos qué significa, por ejemplo, el verbo en, sabemos que significa poder, ¿cierto?
No, significa
Y,
lata.
y si, y si hablamos
No.
de poder, es una habilidad, ¿no? Entonces el verbo can es utilizado para expresar habilidades de una persona o de algo. Okay, that was all for today. Thank you
Okay,
for listening.
thank you, teacher. So, we are with Betancourt, Lobo, and Sepúlveda. Yes? Are you?
Yes.
Betancourt is not here.
Okay.
Betancourt, no.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Sepúlveda, Lobo, Sánchez. I'm sorry, estoy colocando la asistencia. Entonces, el que se va es Betancourt, es Sánchez, perdón.
Sepúlveda.
Sánchez. Sánchez, Sepúlveda, Lobo. Ok. Y la clase pasada ¿estuvo Betancourt? No,
No.
Mm,
no
¿qué?
estuvo Sánchez.
Estuvimos nada más Jennifer y yo
Y una compañera, ¿cierto, Tatiana?
El de
con
otra
una
clase, sí.
nueva
Sí, se
que
unió a
no
otro
vino
grupo.
hoy.
No, ella se unió a otro grupo. O sea, está en un grupo de inglés. Estamos viendo apenas presente simple.
No.
Ok,
Yo quiero
ok.
irme para allá. Es que yo no me sé el presente simple.
My dear students, I have a very important question for you. Please. Ok. Por favor, chicos, en el chat, colóquenme cada uno dos temáticas, porque yo tengo aquí para ver después con ustedes pasado y futuro perfecto, y después report speech. Pero, pues, no sé si ustedes quieran ampliar una más, si seguimos más con condicionales y nos devolvemos. Ya vimos zero, first, second, third conditional. Coloquen ahí en el chat para terminar, ¿ok? Em, no sé si tengan alguna otra pregunta, pues, lo que les estoy pidiendo, si tengan alguna pregunta. John, recuerda que hay que practicar. Jennifer, practicamos. Cristian, yo, practiquemos mucho porque pues estas temáticas como no se ven constantemente, sí se usan, pero no se ven constantemente. Entonces a veces como que las relegamos, pero son muy importantes. Colóquenme en el chat, por favor, chicos, dos temáticas cada uno que diga, ay, me gustaría que habláramos de esto. Seguimos con past and future perfect and, les había dicho, report speech. Ok, report speech.
For
It's
the
time.
speech.
Yes, it's time to say goodbye, my dear students.
Chao.
Thank you
Ciao,
so much,
bambino.
Jennifer. Thank you, John. Thank you, Christian. Don't forget, give me two topics for future classes.
Mm,
Goodbye.
I don't know
Ciao.
which ones for the future classes. I don't know which topics. I feel like I need all of them.
Podemos
Have you
pensar.
ever? Ok, piénsenlas y las dejan en el chat después.
I think
Okay,
it do- it doesn't gonna happen. Okay, thanks.
chao. Que os vaya bien, tíos.
Dios,
Bye, chicos,
chao.
que estén bien.
Luego.
Feliz tarde. Gracias.